your haircut?
All right, MBC, episode 20, the personal relationship episode. This is the one you've been waiting on. I'm your host, David McDonald. We got Miller, we got Blackman, we got Cleo, and we brought guests. We have friends of the show. See Genean Martin, she's with us. Nia, she's with us. We have a Mr. Robert Morris, he's with us. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good. Hey, that was great to say. I didn't see you nowhere.
Me neither.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just
You
pop
know
in
what?
the door.
It's like everyone see this. We got Frank and Sabrina. They got a tag team going tonight. How y'all doing?
Get on the chair a little bit better.
All right, y'all. We're gonna jump right into it. I wanted to start out a little easy before we get into the harder questions. All right, round the table. Celebrity crush. Who you got?
Megan Good.
All right, Megan Good. All right. I got Vanessa Williams.
LaWanda Page.
Okay.
Bianca Belair.
Who's that?
Bianca.
Okay.
She a wrestler.
Yeah. AEW, I think. I got you.
No. WWE.
Okay. All right.
Pam Grier.
Okay.
That goes all the way back to when I was middle school.
Y'all sure y'all gonna survive this? I just ain't gonna give you that look.
Be worried about Pam Grier because in the rear view mirror.
I don't even know who she is, so.
Who you got, Nia?
Johnny Depp.
Okay.
Nice.
Who you got, Genean?
Shamar Moore.
Okay. All right.
And Delon.
Alain Delon?
Alain. Or Johnny Hallyday.
No, Johnny Hallyday. No.
Well,
who you got, Robert?
I got so many, I got to think of somebody.
Oh. Denzel. There you go. Denzel.
Okay. You got one for me, Robert?
I say Beyonce.
Okay.
Oh my Lord.
I heard Steve.
why it's got to be, oh my Lord? Man likes who he likes.
Hey, LaWanda Page is the best one up there.
What?
LaWanda? Who's that?
LaWanda Page?
See, you can
Maybe
judge
about-
it by Cleo's face.
Maybe about, wait. Maybe about, excuse me. Maybe about 40, 50 years ago.
Who is that? Who is the one?
65.
AJ, you have to Google her, man. I don't know.
And
That's
Esther.
no on Stanford and Son.
On Stanford and Son.
Yeah.
That's one of the ugliest women in the world. You like that?
See, that's what I'm talking about. And Esther.
Told you, you still want else?
Now, when she was young, though, now
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, when she was young, she was hot to
sir.
trot.
Yes, sir.
But that was in the 1930s.
See, they don't know nothing.
He was
about
on the
that.
Chitlin circuit with Red Fox.
There you go.
All right, y'all.
You do kind of look like Woody.
Hey,
Here's one, and I'm sure we may fall into, what stereotypes tell us versus what's reality. Who falls in love quicker, men or women?
Women.
Yeah, I would say woman.
Women.
Who?
depends. I was a hopeless romantic. I fell in love many times
There you
and
go.
got dumped.
Yeah.
I'll tell the truth.
What you got,
Alright.
Cleo?
Oh, it's definitely women.
We'll figure that.
And I ain't no woman. So let's get that straight.
What you got, AJ? What you say?
I'm gonna say men. Definitely.
Okay.
I'm light skinned, so it is. I'm a lover boy.
Yeah, you can have them. I mean, they all fall for y'all. Pretty Ricky.
There you go.
What you got, Janine?
Oh, women.
What you got, Robert?
Women.
Well, I looked up 5 different studies, and
Men.
3 out of 5 it was men.
What?
I told you.
Yep.
I told you.
And as a matter of fact, they say men say "I love you" first 80% of the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
95% of the time they're lying though.
I'm just telling you what the studies say. It said 20%.
Yeah, I understand the study, but
Uh-huh.
they lying to the studies because you done said it and didn't mean it.
So,
How you know?
so why do you think? So why do you think they said it?
He was there when they did the study.
Dave,
What's that,
He
Cleo?
come on now, you know why they said it.
Because he was one of the people in the study.
I wasn't in the study. I don't have to be in no study to know that because I done did it too many times myself.
Oh,
and I'm
that's
quite sure
okay.
every other man on that panel done it.
All
How
them
did
yellow,
you, how did you
That's
do
true.
it, Cleo?
all them yellow men was always the object of a woman's desire.
There you go.
But that wasn't our fault.
You sound
Yes, it
like
was.
a hater.
No, that wasn't our fault.
No,
So-
it sure wasn't.
It wasn't my fault.
Cleo. Cleo.
I can't defend that because it ain't my fault.
I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down for him, Cleo.
Uh-oh.
He said that all the women was into us yellow men, right?
Uh-huh.
That's because we in 24 hours a day. Come nighttime, y'all disappear for 8 hours. They only see us.
Well, I can't argue with that kind of logic.
It wasn't that too. y'all did it.
Who's y'all?
Who is y'all?
A person with more color in the system did it.
Mm.
Because that's what y'all did.
Mm.
Oh, look at that old pretty boy over there. And women attracted to him. She want him. She want you, but you don't know it because you sending her to me.
Hating on the yellow man.
No, that's
don't
not
hate.
true.
I don't
That's
hate.
not true.
I don't hate.
So, hey, Robert, does that surprise you at all? That statistic?
No, that's like the other fella say, man. That got to be a lie somewhere.
Somebody lied. Huh?
We all say that to make that woman feel good.
Thank you.
You did, but that was a mistake.
We always say something to make her feel good.
Mm.
And they
We don't mean it.
Most
they
of the
say-
time, women want the man to say it first, so then
Exactly.
they're comfortable. So then they're comfortable saying it. But really and truly, it's the woman who feels all of this. She's just waiting for the man.
Yes, indeed.
To
And the
Very-
man, and the
very
man
well.
go along with it just to do what he got to do.
What he gotta do?
So
I'm not gonna be mean today, AJ.
hey, so Janine, would you say that stereotype is fed by women perceived to be more emotional than men? Is that why you said women?
Yes.
Okay.
Women get attached easier.
Okay.
They get attached quicker.
Okay. I
Let
can
me
see that.
add a caveat to that.
What's that?
Caveat to that.
Okay.
Well, it's always that 1%.
No. But this, as long as you meet their criteria to begin with, I mean, it's easy. They love it when you look good, but if you got all those other things that they really are looking for, it makes it easier for them to go, "Oh, I just love him."
What other things?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. What other things?
1, job. 2, stability. Unless they like a rock star or something like that, the musician types or whatever.
Okay, you talking about back in the 70s, because women nowadays like guys with no jobs.
And they take care of them.
Well,
exactly.
That's all I can identify with. I mean,
Yeah, but I'm just saying, back then, you right. But now, if we talking about now, most of these little young girls going for guys that ain't got no job.
that's because they a little, touched.
No, they're not touched. They want control. They want to command them.
Oh, daddy complex.
Mm-hmm.
They want to have control.
Daddy. Absence of daddy. Oh, okay, I can see that. But they do have criterion to begin with, just like men have criterion to begin with. Because if she ain't got no teethuses and her hair don't look good, they off the table right away.
Them feet got to look good too now.
Well, you got to be in a compromising position to keep them feet up, unless you out picnicking and stuff like that.
She
You
got
know,
them sandals on, them toes crossed up without a problem.
that's the only place you're gonna be in sandals, at a picnic or
How
something.
you Eddie Murphy on Boomerang? He gonna take
Hammer time. Yes, indeed.
All right, y'all.
First of all, you don't fall in love with no feet. But what are y'all talking about?
Wait a minute.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. No,
Yeah.
it's in your criteria.
I'm with you
It
now,
is.
Miller. I'm joining Miller on this one.
'Cause if she got feet like Shaq, I'm sorry. Pam Grier had feet like Shaq. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
Oh, you talking about
Pam.
big feet?
Bye, Pam. No,
Yeah, that's a different
you ever
story.
seen all? Have you seen them corns and bunions and all that stuff on Shaq's feet?
Yo, what about men? Men got the same thing.
Yeah, and they
Okay. So you
and they
trying to
get
tell me
dismissed, and they get dismissed too, because you ain't no way you can close your eyes at night and not see that horror.
you gonna see some feet underneath, and the feet is underneath in a cover. You ain't gonna see no feet.
Yeah, you can.
If they rub up against you, you ain't
Yeah,
got
you know when them toenails scratch you, you know.
You know what? You sure gonna feel it though.
Oh, yes, you do. Just like I feel her toenails.
Some women just have
Me.
talents rather than toes.
If she a real woman, I ain't worried about her feet. That's her word.
There you go. There you go.
I'm standing with Miller on this one.
Hey, it's
Put
bad
your
when them
socks
two
on,
team up.
keep your shoes on.
If them two team up, then they right. So I'm gonna go back with them.
Well, you do that. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if my wife had,
I'll
if
give you
she
the best
had
solution they
Shaka
give.
if she had Shaka Zulu feet, it would have been good.
But she not. If she got feet that big, you're not gonna approach her nowhere.
They don't always have to be big. If they got all the other tendons, the other parts.
Just regular feet.
No.
They ugly
bunion,
feet. Just regular
scale,
women feet.
Bunion scales and all
All she
of
gotta
that.
do is cover them up, bro.
All right, y'all.
Better
Put some socks
better
on.
put some grease or something on to make them things smooth.
All right, y'all. We'll save the cosmetic feet stuff for a different podcast. All right.
Even Bernie Mac had bad feet.
I know, right?
Oh, he had bad feet.
You didn't see them gorillas in Ocean's 11? God, they
That's
had a
makeup.
fake. Hey, they had a fake saw in there trying to give him a pedicure.
That was makeup.
All right, y'all.
No, them feet was real.
Hey, y'all. Look, let me get back to these questions. I love these tangents, but yeah, I'll have to arrange the questions on a different one. All right, y'all.
No, just
Would y'all say?
part two.
Would y'all say? Is there such thing as a perfect partner? Why or why not?
Perfect for me, partner.
Okay, perfect for you. Okay.
No. But you can still understand them, but they're not perfect. You will always have misunderstandings.
Yep.
Okay.
That's agreeable.
She gonna always do something that you really ain't, like pass gas or something
Yeah,
like
no matter how much you in love with them or how much you love them.
You gonna smell that part, ain't you?
No,
Unless-
you know what?
If it's
Unless
just
you
the
get a
sound
bill.
of it, sometimes that sound
In
can
11 years,
kinda
I've
scare.
never farted in front of my husband.
Say what?
In 11 years, I've never farted, flatulated, let gas, none of that stuff. In
When you
11
go
years,
to the
in front of my
bathroom?
husband, nothing.
You just
That's
saying that
another
because you
room.
don't know what you're doing when you sleep.
No,
But he does.
no, not he might be doing all that, but no, not me. And he even thinks it's weird.
Well,
But it is kind of weird.
so where do? You do like them people in some of them TikTok videos where they go into a room and just lean and just let it all go?
No, I just don't actually flatulate at all. So I don't have that problem.
You don't fart?
Mm-mm.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. That's
Mr. Frank.
that's another story for another day. But no, I don't. I
You
don't.
must do something.
Mr. Frank.
Hmm.
She passed gas.
No, I really don't. I promise. I'll get my
Okay,
husband to
He
back
be
me up.
putting it in the cushions. He be
Oh,
putting
did
it in
he?
the cushions of the car, in this car seat. Anyway, in the seat on the cushions on the couch.
Nope.
You sit on a pillow or something, it's going somewhere.
Nope.
Everybody produces gas.
When she's sleeping, she just don't know it.
She don't know it.
That might be the only way you can get me to admit to that. But no, I just don't.
I mean,
Yeah,
anyone
man,
that
that's hard to
has a
sleep through, man.
digestive system, you know what I'm
That
saying?
must
Anyone
be-
that has a digestive system is gonna do it at some point. It's just
Yeah.
whether it's
It'd be hard
like
to sleep
like
through.
Cleo said about crying is whether you do it in front of someone or you do it behind closed doors.
Just no, I promise. I don't do it at all. Not in behind closed doors, not in front of closed doors, not at all. But I will burp. But that's like very few and far in between.
Some point of time in life, you got gas somewhere.
All right.
And if you get a mail
Yeah,
order,
birth ain't nothing but a fart.
James, where'd your picture go?
There's some truth to that, Cleo. The whole gastric system when it to vent, yeah, you just fart
Yeah,
through-
come out
through
through your mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got you.
Like dogs. Must be.
All right. Here's another one that.
She blame it on the
Another one
dog. That's what she does.
What's that?
She blame it on the dog. That's what she does.
No.
All right, y'all. Here's another one that stereotypes might mislead you. When it comes to marriage and divorce, who initiate divorce more often?
Women.
Women.
I agree with that.
Okay. Women initiate divorce 70% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Why do y'all think that's the case?
Because you got to make a man real angry to do it because he can put up with anything as long as it don't hurt him.
Yeah, you sure do.
Long
even if
as
it
you
does
ain't cheating, you can do anything else.
Because they know it's hard to be out there trying to find another.
Women.
No, it ain't that. You
They
just be
are
comfortable.
emotional.
No, when we commit for life. And we take everything, stank feet, everything.
not me. Speak for yourself, bro.
You sure know what to say though.
I be telling the truth. You name it, they'll put up with it.
Well, I mean,
Well, and that's misleading sometimes too because I left, but she divorced. So you would say I actually divorced, but she did the divorcing because I left.
so okay, so your actions initiated a separation, and then she just
Right, I left.
Okay. All right.
Still must have taken a lot for you to leave.
Say what?
I said, still, it must have taken a lot for you to
Another
leave.
woman.
Yep, that'll do it.
Yeah, another woman.
He just said I love you. That's it.
Yeah.
He just said I love you. We know why. Ain't that right, Cleo?
Yeah. I mean, you do it to every woman you meet first, AJ. You try to get it in first, so you gotta then. Oh, he loved me. I got to get him now.
All right. These are according to this survey. It says these are the three reasons why women initiate divorce most often, or more often than men. Number one, women are more likely to feel held back by the marriage. Okay. Number two, women often take on more of the emotional burden. Number three, women no longer tolerate consistently unacceptable behavior.
Yep.
Y'all agree with that for the moment?
agree with
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
No,
Maybe
No.
not necessarily the order. Why not, James?
because first of all, we all can get emotional, and then you got to do something really, really, really bad for that woman or that man can go and file for divorce. Now I understand physical abuse. Yeah, I can understand that.
That's an emotional burden.
But all the other emotional, no,
That is emotional.
no, I'm talking about that's physical. What you talking? What I'm saying?
Physical, well, the abuse itself is one thing, but the psychological that goes on underneath that.
Yeah, that can contribute
Hurting
to
stuff.
PTSD.
Yeah,
Yeah, that can cross that line.
Yeah.
Definitely.
that's why I say that's an emotional. That's part of that emotion. It takes a lot to tear a woman apart like that, and that will do it every time.
I think the way I was able to understand it, especially that one about emotional burden, it's just like you ask a guy, say, hey Bob, how was your day? Oh, well, it was fine. You ask Jane, how was her day? And you get like a 50-word answer. So in reference to the communication side of things, I think, and I'm basing this on me. I used to be a professional grudge holder. Not proud of it, but that's just how it was. It would take more for me to open up. Something is obviously bothering me, but it would take more for me to open up and talk about it. Versus her. She was like, "Look, I'm not going to sleep with this," and she would just, you know what I'm saying. So, and something, if the guy's wrestling and holding on to something, and the woman isn't, I mean, it's building up. Eventually, yeah, it's gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. That's kind of how I understood it.
They even get mad when you hold stuff up.
Right.
Inside.
Yeah. Yep.
They get mad.
I always thought the woman held the stuff in anyway.
No, we just call that remembering things.
Yeah, because when I got to say something to her, I'm gonna say mine right then and there, whether you like it or not. But then usually the woman will back away.
Yeah, well, most of the time they'll bring it back up. And
Correct.
bring it
Without a
back
doubt.
up. They'll bring it up over and over and over again when you least expect it. You may say something that triggers it, and it goes, like Sinbad said that one time, June 7th, 1971. What you got to say about that? Because they don't forget nothing.
Yeah.
They don't. They may forgive, but they don't forgive. And they like to remind you of that. And like, you should be worshiping my feet because I'm still here with you.
See that? There you go, bringing up feet again, Frank. I'm thinking you got a foot fetish or something.
You want to play footsie?
I wish I had one, but I don't.
All right, yo.
Got some cute little feet.
All right, here's another one. Here's another one. This one is not as touching. What's that?
Hey,
Frank?
you was shaking your head because I said she got cute little feet.
All right, y'all. Okay, so
What's wrong, Jay?
this
No,
gets
don't hold it in. We ain't supposed to hold it in. Inquiring minds want to know.
a little bit. I mean, what makes a person beautiful? Speaking of pretty feet, what makes a person beautiful to you guys?
Apparently, Frank thinks feet.
Apparently,
Attitude, a laugh.
attitude, laugh. Okay. What you got, Robert?
Kindness.
What's that?
Kindness.
Kindness. Okay.
Devoted.
Okay. Devotion. All right. Those are good ones. What you got, AJ?
Personality, face, skin color, hair, nails.
AJ got a whole laundry list. What you got,
Know the
Janine?
book.
I mean, it's how they treat people when nobody's looking, and it's what's inside.
Okay. What you got, James?
It's the respect that you have towards each other.
Mhm.
You know, that's the key, and honesty.
Did you say yours, Cleo? I can't remember.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
What did I say?
Yeah.
Oh, her laughter.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
How she carry herself, attitude.
That's right. I got you.
I'll take attitude over any pretty woman.
I got you.
She got an ugly attitude. She an ugly woman to me.
Gotcha.
So if an ugly woman got a good attitude, you gonna take her.
Over a pretty woman with an ugly attitude.
That's
Cleo,
not what I.
Them wifey must be good to him.
Say what now?
Them wifey must be good to him.
All women good to me, but I'm good to them.
All right. Learn from the best.
Pretty Ricky.
All right. Okay. So y'all told me some good stuff. What makes a person beautiful? What makes the love last? What would y'all say?
Commitment, having hard conversations.
Finding a connection.
Communication.
Communication, connection.
I agree with communication.
Okay.
Just the other day, we were listening to some music, and out of nowhere, Sabrina, launched into the same song I launched into at the same exact moment. And things like that always seem to happen, not just about music, but other things.
That's
The fact that, like you used to say when you first met her, man, you robbed a cradle. But she knows all the songs I know. That surprised me. And then when we first initially started talking about stuff and everything, she was talking, years ahead of her time. And I was like, wow, this might be the one. And here it is, 24 years now. I mean, it ain't been smooth.
I wish I could tell a story like that, but I'd be lying my ass off.
Everybody ain't meant to be lucky. Everybody ain't meant to be lucky. See, you pay for what you pay for.
No, I mean, I understand that. I see a lot of it, but I'm just saying for myself. I could not tell you a story like that.
Why?
Because they don't, tear the roof off the sucker. They ain't thinking that. Them kind of songs and stuff that he might be listening to, they listening to a totally different thing.
Oh no, we listen to the same music, but it's just not there for me.
Hey, what's that song Tyrese sang?
Criminal Mind?
No. He was talking about Cleo. What's the name of this song?
Why you want to act like that?
It's a new one. What he said? When I want, I don't think you ever loved me. Yeah, that Cleo, that one. He made that song just for you, Cleo.
Probably.
You got anything on that one, Janine? What makes love last?
I think mutual effort.
Mutual effort, okay.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Times she really hated my gut.
Boy, you saying a lot of stuff with your wife sitting there. I'm confused what's gonna happen when we get off the podcast.
He bold.
I'm the same person on this screen as I am at home. And that's one of the reasons why I'm allowed to be who I am.
Yeah, he's
That's
just
the only
saying.
person you can be.
True.
Huh?
True.
You ready? You gonna go to timeout after this?
Yeah, he gonna be on the sofa tonight. The sofa right behind.
No, I'm gonna be sleeping in my bed.
Got to sleep with one eye open.
Never.
He ain't gonna tell nobody no way.
He ain't gonna tell us anyway.
I would tell you if that was true. It's not.
He can rub them pretty feet. That's what he gonna do.
Hey, look, he gonna be rubbing
Spinning
feet.
the block on that feet, boy.
He gonna be rubbing feet and eating no wafers. He been over there saying though.
All right, Sabrina, I hope you got some pretty feet.
He does.
All right, hey, you know what, James? I'm gonna get you to start off this next question. What does love feel like?
Love is warm. Love is kind.
Here we go.
What you mean, here we go?
Great dictionary.
I'm waiting for love is patient.
Yes, great dictionary.
That's
Hey, what?
I'm waiting for love is patient. You know, the same thing they usually quote at weddings.
No.
Love is kind. Love is kind. Love is patient. I wish I think
I didn't say love. I say love is
Isn't it
warm.
Philippians? Hey, Dave. Isn't it Philippians where that is?
No, it's Corinthians.
Corinthians. I know it was one of them ends.
Keep going, James. You good. You good. You got my attention. You good. You got the floor.
What are them wafers soaked in? Moonshine.
Say what?
I asked him what is his wafer soaked in? Moonshine.
No.
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 No. That to me, that's what it is.
Goes with the Alice. Hey.
Well, you lucky you ate a whole pack so far.
I'm 65 years old.
So-
I'm entitled to eat whatever I want.
Yes, sir.
So, James-
Yes, sir.
So James, I'm hearing you say love is warm, love is kind, right?
Yeah.
Now, are you basing that upon ideal, or are you basing that upon experience, or a little bit of both?
Experience.
Okay.
Because you'll know when you're in love, you'll know when you're in love. Because that one thing in your mind is going to tell you, and that's the heart. Your mind can say you're in love with somebody, but no, your mind always plays tricks on you. But your heart, oh my goodness. That right there tell you, because you get that tingling sensation on the inside. You know.
You get that with lust, bro.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
No, you
Yeah,
can't.
you can't answer this question. Shh.
No, you can't get that with lust. If you get that with lust, something wrong with you. First of all, we should not be lusting over nothing, especially no woman or no man,
Right.
anything. Huh?
Right.
So what?
Unless you deprived.
Look, what the good book say about lust?
See, you always using the good book, James, but everybody don't go by the good book.
Yeah.
Well, we know you don't. That's why you need your ass beat for
No, I
real,
don't.
for real.
I mean, you know, I go by when it's benefits me just like everybody else.
When you listen, you just want that one thing. No, once you want that one thing, first of all,
You get that one thing?
huh?
You meant once you get that one thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, because something that all the men want to do when he get with a woman, he want that one thing, bam, wham, thank you, ma'am, then he gone. Is that love? No, it's not love. That ain't love whatsoever. Like you saying, that's lust because you get what you want.
Earthly desires.
But some of them,
Now you're stuttering. You're stuttering.
no, that's because I have a natural stutter. And it's developed over time. But there are sometimes what may have started as lust and they throw it on you and you can't even think straight no more. It becomes what?
Put that whipper pill on you, didn't you?
Huh?
Put that whipper pill on you.
If you want to call it a wiffle tail, when they put it on you, you don't care no more.
Does
No, now ain't you so?
does that bring up some
Yep.
memories, Cleo?
No, because nobody ain't never put it on me like that.
Oh, you're what you missing out on then.
Cleo is always in control.
Yeah.
Robert, Robert, give me something good, man. I mean, what does love feel like? I mean, help us out, man.
As far as this, what love feel like me is you got the whole sense of warmth, like Miller said, warmth, and have the compassion. And once you get that one that you got, you stick to it. I'm gonna be like my granddad and grandma, 58 years, still kicking.
All right.
Well, I enjoyed these conversations so far.
I had to make sure my seatbelt was on. All right, y'all.
Make sure I ain't hit no speed bump.
All right.
Different generations, bro. Different generations.
All right. So
different generation.
I'm gonna let I'm gonna let Cleo start this next one off. All right. When is love a weakness?
When it affects me.
When that woman found out he had another woman house.
No, sir. When it affects me. That's when I know it's a weakness. When I start doing things that I'm not supposed to be doing, then that's a weakness.
So give me an example. Give me an example of that.
Getting upset over small things, doing things, spending money that I shouldn't be spending, taking off from work if I was working, when I'm supposed to be at work. When it affects me, that's when it's a weakness.
Oh, that's what you meant by that. Okay. I was trying to understand what you meant by when it affects you.
Yeah.
When you start doing things that are not
out of the ordinary. Yeah.
Now, but is that towards the good part of it or the bad part of it?
Oh, that's the bad part of it. If I lose control, that's my weakness, and I can't do that. I got to go then.
Control is your weakness.
When I start doing things that I shouldn't be doing for a woman, that's a weakness to me.
Like flowers and chocolate.
No. Flowers ain't. You can give women flowers, but I'm talking about. Like I say, if I was on the job, woman, take off. You work all the time. That's a weakness. And then when I start taking off, missing time from work, getting rolled up on the job, stuff like that. That's a weakness to me.
Taking off from work to be with her.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. All right. Then she must have a real powerful attraction to you then for you to take off work.
No, it's just they want control. Let me see if I can get him to do this.
Well, but sometimes it's not. Maybe they're not the ones that are doing it. I'm saying, like, if you were the one that just, I'm gonna take off work and I'm gonna go over there. She didn't call, and she didn't tell you or ask you.
But that's my weakness. That's a weakness because I know I shouldn't be taking off. You understand what I'm saying? That's a weakness.
I think in that scenario, there's a balance. I mean, most people, if you have a decent job, you have some personal days, some time off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not talking about take off days that you should be allowed of. I'm talking about
instead of
4
being
o'clock, it's time for me to go to work. Oh, I ain't going to work today. I'm going over Susie Joe house.
I got you. Like getting written up for no reason. I got you. Yeah, I got you.
Like you come back for lunch and lunch ends up being longer than lunch should be.
And that's when you know you weak, when a woman can cause you to lose your job.
So that's what
So Nia, do you consider love a weakness, or is there a good example of when love is a weakness?
Toxic love is a weakness for sure. But if you have the real deal, no, it's not a weakness. It's meant to lift you up and to build you up and to keep you pushing forward to be a better part of yourself, so then you can come back to the relationship and be better together. So no, I don't really think it's a weakness.
So what is a weakness?
Cowardice, cheating, infidelity, keeping secrets. That's definitely a weakness. I'd much rather have the hard conversation of you seeing another woman than me finding out you're seeing another woman.
And how would that benefit me?
I mean, because what if it's something that I'm okay with? I'd much rather know about it than not know about it, so I can make the determination whether or not I want to continue.
Well, the women I mess with not gonna be okay with it, so I know this. So I'm not gonna put myself in those situations.
What happened if they find out?
Cleo would do what he do.
That's when he packed his bags and moved.
No.
He packed one bag, gonna pack two, and go.
Cleo do what he do.
Or his bags
Player.
ready packed.
He do what he do. I'm telling you.
I put the rolling stone there.
So so AJ, representing the younger generation, I mean, is there an example of love being a weakness, or I mean, what do you think?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. I don't think so, because love is what love is, regardless. But I don't think it's such thing as love being a weakness.
Well, yeah, I kind of feel like I want to co-sign with what Nia said. If it's a toxic situation where you're stealing from your siblings or your parents to do for this person, if you're lying to your boss and being irresponsible, there's a balance. You know what I'm saying? There's a balance to everything.
You getting beat down.
Yeah, it's
At that point, that's not love. You shouldn't even be with a person like that.
Yeah. And I mean, even like what Janine said in terms of effort, if there's mutual effort, of course, one person's means may be more or less than the other person's mean, but effort doesn't necessarily have a dollar sign on it. You know what I'm saying? There has to be mutual effort. You know what I'm saying? So if it's mutual effort, I mean, it'll be in balance. There won't be a weakness. I mean, and see, the difference is some people see a struggle as a weakness, and struggling or something that's challenging, that's not necessarily a weakness because you're not breezing through it. But if you have a common goal and you reach that goal together, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. All right. Here's a good one. I'm gonna let James start this one out. What does it mean to allow another person to love you? What does that mean to you?
What does it mean?
Mm-hmm. To allow another person to love you? Have you ever saw a movie, you had a gangster and, someone was trying to get him to go to church, say, hey, well, why do you care so much? And then the other person says, well, we grew up together and I know there's a good person in there. I'm going to love you through this. I'm going to pray for you, what have you. It's like, so, I mean, what does it mean to you to allow someone to love you?
First of all, what it means, you got to have the acceptance. You got to accept that person's love, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to accept everybody's love, but if that's a special type love that you feel, then you have to accept that. Mm-hmm. I can love you, but you don't love me. So that you cannot accept that. It got to be balanced on both sides, like a scale. Mm-hmm. You got to be 50-50. It ain't no 49, 51, or 70-30, nothing like that. It got to be equal among both of them, like they're like equally yoked. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, you got to have the acceptance for that person. You shaking your head no. Why? Why are you shaking your head no?
A couple of y'all.
It's just like I'm gonna tell you, like Teddy said, sometimes it's 70-30, sometimes it's 60-40. It is never 50-50.
Yes, it is. It
but
can be
but loving somebody and loving them back makes up the difference. Because somebody has to look, for example, a lot of women, it is a great sacrifice for many women when their husbands and spouses join the military, or vice versa, when their spouses join the military and they're not home. They love their spouses truly, to allow them to do that. When it pains them sometimes because they're not there. But surely as they come back home, they make up for all that lost time. But I don't think love can ever be 50-50. Because if you got time to sit there and measure out what you do and what they did and all of that, you're not in love. Because that's one of the things. You sit there and you don't work, you don't even think about that. You don't think about what they did versus what you do, and what they didn't do versus what you didn't do.
So basically, you're saying if you're more worried about keeping score than actually,
yeah,
I got you.
That's what I'm saying.
I got you.
You keeping score, you're not loved. You're not in love. You know, back to the days of when I used to wash dishes and my sister used to wash dishes, and she washed dishes less than I did. Or on the days when I had to wash dishes, she using every dish in the house. And I always end up with more dishes to wash than she does. Because she'd be the one screaming and hollering, put them dishes back. Use the same glass. And that's why I say that. I don't think it's ever really ever going to be 50-50. It's give and take. It's give and take.
But you both have to put in 100% effort.
Yeah. That's the thing. And you meet each other. Now you might meet each other in the middle, but somebody is always having to make a sacrifice.
What you got on that, Robert?
Well, I agree with him because I'm a military guy, just like you said, but I was in the military before I got married. So I agree with the last part he said. They're going to miss you when you're gone. They whine and when they're talking to you, they're not talking to you. Then you get them face to face, they make up for that missing time, So I'm not made it to the hump yet, but, I'm there almost 30 years in. So I agree with him. But, one person's going to overwork themselves trying to make it 100%. I guess they got to balance those numbers out. You got to put both got to meet halfway. That's why I said meet in the middle.
I got you. AJ, do you allow your wife to love you?
Yeah, I do, man. I do. Me personally, I don't know what love quite feels like, but I get certain feelings or whatever towards my wife. I know she gets the same ones towards me. I allow her to love me in her own way. Everybody has their own love language. No two love languages are going to be the same. So we have to adapt and grow to love this person the way they want to be loved. She loves me the way I want to be loved. I love her the way she wants to be loved. Sometimes we don't. But yeah,
that's the acceptance that James is talking about. That's the acceptance.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I do allow her to love me.
I got you. Got anything on that, Genean?
I mean, for me to have somebody to love me, what that looks like is huge. I mean, after the loss of my husband, it's been hard to try to decide if I'm ready for that love again. So, I mean, once you lose a spouse, that's a whole different ballgame.
Absolutely.
So, as you know, I mean, I don't know. It's totally different. So, I mean, I agree with what everybody's saying. It's totally different at this stage of my life of having to learn how to how to love again, but let somebody into my life to love me back the way that I deserve and the way that I want to be the way that I want to be loved.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think I think in that scenario, in terms of, you know, people can say, oh, I love you, Cleo, or I love you, James, whatever. But it's like, in order to allow that person to truly love you, it allows, I mean, it requires, this is my opinion, of course, it requires trust, because if I'm gonna let that person know that, yes, you know, in terms of like, I accept your help, I accept your prayers, I accept your whatever, it's like, I have to make myself somewhat vulnerable to them. You know what I'm saying? So it takes it takes that initial investment of trust, you know, because I mean, think about it. If there's someone you don't trust, you could be struggling with XYZ, but you're not going to tell them. You know, so, well, they just want to know my business so they can talk about it. Hey, I my lights got turned out, and, you know, my battle buddy could have helped me, but I didn't want to say anything. I don't trust that person. Or, you know, it could be even something, it could even be a husband-wife relationship, and someone had trauma as a child, but it never came up conveniently in the courting phase because they didn't want to make themselves vulnerable in that way. So, you know, I think in that scenario, an investment of trust is huge, because, you know, if you have that trust with that person, you know, in terms of like, you know, actually being a friend, it takes more than just, you know, the sexual act, you know, to have a girlfriend, boyfriend, or spouse or whatever. You know, it makes it a whole lot easier if you're actually friends with them, if you actually like them, you know what I'm saying? So you have a long distance relationship. Say someone lives in Florida, someone lives in California. Both people got good jobs, and you get together, you know, you lock in the relationship. Hey, let's get married. It's like, okay, I've been in my job for 10 years. I've been in my job for 15 years. Well, I make this much money. I make that much money. So in that scenario, I mean, how would you guys come to the decision on where to be located? I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Who's willing to relocate first? Because, you know, if you have a job where you're like, well, I'm really not that happy, I could just get up and try something different, then I would suggest that person do that, and I would stay at my job, or vice versa. But it's really, I think I would first ask, who's willing to go where, do what? Are you willing to come here, or do you want me to go there?
So it's just that easy.
I mean, when you're in love, you kind of have to take leaps like that to see if it's gonna work, because you don't want to get married and then figure that out, because that will just lead you to a divorce.
Y'all agree with that?
So she's saying you have to compromise. I can understand that, but also you got to look at, is this job could be in this state, or is that job could be in that state? You have to look at that as well too.
Okay.
You know. But I see where she's coming from, you know.
Well, like James and I kind of base a lot of our lives off of, you know, what's in the Bible. So, for instance, the man should have a job for me to stop working and then be there as a wife and a mother, if that is what I've decided. Like, I'm just working until I can find that. Because not everybody wants to be a stay-at-home mom or wife. You know, some people want their careers. But I'm just saying, that's where I'm basing mine off of, is that I would want to be a mom and a wife. So I would want him to have that job that will be able to take care of everything.
Gotcha.
But like the good book says, the man is the one that's supposed to provide for his wife. The wife is just only a helpmate. So technically, he should be with the job and she should follow him.
Yeah, great.
Well,
Everything equal.
say that to the man who's married to a colonel and he's only a captain.
Yeah, if everything's equal, you take the one with the better job. If my wife got the better job, she's making 150,000, I'm making 100,000, I'm moving with her. If I'm making 150,000, she's making 100,000, she's coming to me.
All right, you guys, I am appreciative for you guys joining us for episode 20, our last taping of the season of the year. Christmas is 6 days away. I probably have about half my shopping done. I'm gonna knock out the rest of it probably tomorrow or Saturday. Anyone that wants to be a guest on the show, make sure you look at the respond to the email address that will be in the description of the video. I appreciate all of you guys helping me out with this relationship episode. I am your host, David McDonald, and we're MBC signing off. Hope you guys have a great night. Thanks for watching.
Y'all have a nice night.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to y'all. And thank the guests. Appreciate you.
All right, Mr. Cleo.
How about them?